Stormsite Storm Center. Checking us out at stormsitestormcenter.com for the latest information on your weather outlook for the next couple of days. And we've started this and hopefully broadcast every day. Here is today's SPC outlook issued by the Storms Prediction Center, National Weather Service in Norman, Oklahoma. As you can see here, the slight risk is very generic. Not to say that there won't be severe weather in that area, which there's a very good possibility of so, but you can see here it is outlined in the northern Texas area, Oklahoma Panhandle, that area. Could be seeing a few strong to severe storms today as we move through today. If we look at the tornado risk, though, pretty minimal. That is within 25 miles of a point. 5% is slightly elevated, but it's not likely at all. As far as tornadoes, you can see a few spin-ups as we go through the day, though. Tomorrow, though, the slight risk moves just a little bit east over the western Oklahoma. Parts of Texas are included in that. Same thing for Kansas, and a very southern part of Nebraska is in that. And you can see here the C-text area, where it is just a general thunderstorm risk that could see a thunderstorm but not severe, is in the green area for a good part of the United States. But the probability values are pretty high for Thursday severe weather event outlook. As you can see here, we have a 30% hatched region, and 30% can throw you off a little bit. It's actually more than 30%, but that's in with a 25-mile radius of a point. So, that's... if you go into a 100-mile range, you're guaranteed to see severe weather in this area. And as we move on to our Day 3 outlook, this will be Friday, a pretty significant chance of severe weather to see a slight risk already issued in advance for that area. Same thing over the, now it's over central Oklahoma, and central Kansas can be seeing a potential outbreak. Here's the probabilistic values, and you can see that dreaded black hatched line that most people don't look forward to in that area. And you can see here over the central part, and the slightest of the risk can go into Missouri parts over near Joplin. Hopefully nothing will happen to them. And then we look at the days 4 through 8, and usually not issued very often for those areas, but you can see here there is a day 4, which would be Friday, or Saturday rather, and that could be a potential outbreak for the same exact region on Saturday. So the Central Plains are somewhere to be looking out if you live in that area and just so happen to be watching the Stormsite Storm Center, even though we cover Tennessee. But that is a chaser's delight out there. If we look at the current U.S. warnings and go more localized, you can see here a lot of blues on that map. Those are freeze warnings that are in effect for the United States and areas, in the eastern part of the United States. Severe thunderstorm watch, I believe, or that may be a tornado watch over Oklahoma Panhandle, and a severe thunderstorm warning in that region. This was taken about 30 minutes ago. But you can see here, if we move over to the southeastern area of the United States, you can see here that most of Middle Tennessee is under a freeze warning. The dark blue is a freeze watch that's in effect. Over northern Alabama, though, we can see the red flag warning. That means that the air is very dry and probable for some fire weather conditions in that area. We can expect a low of about 38 in the lower regions, but in the higher regions of especially southern Middle Tennessee, we can see definitely some get close to the freezing mark. As we move on to our 6 to 10 day climate outlook, temperatures are going to be slightly, or precipitation rather, is going to be slightly above normal. Excuse the words down at the bottom there. And you can see here that mainly for Tennessee and the whole eastern part of the United States can be seen above temperatures, except for the exception of Maine, Vermont, and that region. Below area precipitation would be over California and Arizona, where they are in a severe drought. So definitely not good for them. Also, if we look over to the hazards for the next couple of days, you can see here some heavy flooding is expected for or heavy rain rather is expected for the Arkansas region, and high winds for parts of Texas, severe weather for the parts of the Oklahoma Central there. Severe drought, though, all the way up in Wisconsin and parts of Texas is what we could be looking at. If we move to a little bit more local region for our area, you can see here the heavy rains will be coming through the 16th and the 17th. According to them, we may have a few severe thunderstorm warnings in that point, or a few tornado warnings in that point Tuesday. We're definitely watching that. That's a little bit down the road, and it's completely not out of the question, though. Also, if we look at our last map that we have on here today, you can see here, this is the drought monitor that's provided by the USDA, NDMC, and the National Weather Service. And you can see here, that puts a good part of the Middle Tennessee of Tennessee under a slight drought. That includes places like Marshall County, Murray, Bedford, northern Giles, all the way up through Dixon County. That includes Davidson County, all the way through Wilson County, and parts of the plateau are included in this region. So that was our weathercast for today. It lasted quite a bit shorter than we thought so. So now we're going to open up the phone lines for the next couple of minutes, and that will be from now until 4:15. So if you would like to place a call to the Storm Site Storm Center, I have put the number at the bottom of the screen. Please call that number if you have any questions for the Storm Site Storm Center. For at the time, we are just going to go on silence mode until we get a call. Thank you for tuning in.